Hello and welcome to the SML Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob and Corey, and we have Sarah and Hunter with us. Today's episode, we're talking about old characters, but before we get into that, let's get in to talk about some of this week's episodes. So this week, SML has uploaded the Brooklyn Guys Makeover, and we'll throw the golden pot in there.
Yeah, Jeffy's pot of gold.
And Jeffy's pot of gold. So I guess we'll start with the Jeffy's pot of gold. If you want to start with your thoughts, Corey, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. Most of their St. Patrick's Day specials are kind of garbage. I'll be honest, because most of them are just haha, Cody gets pinched. But I did like this one. I thought this one was pretty decent. I liked the jokes with Goodman abusing Chives as he does, and Scotty, the leprechaun. He was pretty funny.
Happy Charms.
Oh, so you found me chocolate? And and then when I hit the map in me hat, and then they take it out, and it's a printed picture of a middle finger. Like he planned this.
That was going to happen. The whole thing was the leprechaun's evil scheme.
Like that was pretty good. It's definitely not the best holiday special they've done, but I thought it was pretty decent overall. I liked I also liked Cody getting brutalized by the tree, all the bones broken in his body, and then I never want to do anything with you guys again. Okay, but do you still want to play the game of life? Yeah, but you're gonna have to roll for me. Okay. like that was good.
I don't know why, but it cracked me up whenever Goodman was like, well, I need a drink of water, and then he's like, ew, is this the song?
Is this awkward? No, is this Aquafina? So I could have some of that. Oh, trust me, Chives, you don't want any of this. This is poor people water. Yeah, so that one was pretty decent. Brooklyn Guys Makeover. It was interesting. I think expanding on Chef Pee-Pee's family tree was something. Like, weirdly enough, Gay Tony is like the most normal of Chef Pee-Pee's family that we've seen.
Yeah, because his dad's a king.
Yeah, his dad's a king. His sisters are princesses, and the one likes to queef all the time. And then his fake dad was a drunk car salesman that dressed like a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's his clone, Chef Poo Poo, which I guess technically he's not his family, but might as well be.
Wait, wasn't what's his face? Hold on, I gotta think here. Was it the Chef Pee-Pee's dad? Wasn't he introduced by like running over Junior with a car or something?
I think so. Yes, it's been a long time since I've seen that initial Chef Pee-Pee's dad episode, but I think that's what happened.
Dude, that's crazy. I just still think it's funny how Chef Pee-Pee became a chef if his whole family's royalty.
I know, like
that is crazy.
Like I don't know if we got like a real backstory for why he was hired to help Bowser, because back in the day, I guess this is like a good time to switch to just talk about the old characters. Back in the day, they treated Bowser like he was the same Bowser from the Mario video game. So like he was a king, he had a whole kingdom and all these minions and stuff. But then it turned into him just being a lazy dad in his house. So I guess back when he was a king, Chef Pee-Pee thought, "Oh, I'm going to be a chef for a rich, powerful king. That's not my stupid dad." Well, he didn't even know his real dad. So I guess he got like lost in the foster home, because he did mention he was from a foster home in one of the episodes. So he thought he was gonna be cooking for a king, and then he found out it was Bowser, and then Bowser lost his whole kingdom and everything, and well, Chef Pete was kind of stuck with him because of the lifetime contract.
Yeah, that's actually, I don't know why I accidentally muted. That's actually really good lore.
That is pretty good. Like
Like
they
they
can.
did an episode of the whole backstory of Chef Pee Pee.
Oh yeah, oh
Like
yeah.
I imagine it would be one of those scenes where, like, at the beginning, Joseph would be like, "Chef Pee Pee, how did you even end up in this situation?" And it would just be a long flashback, like it would be in Phineas and Ferb, and he just started like, "As a young boy, you see, my father always favorited my sisters."
Yeah, my father always favorited my sisters ever since I was a baby, and then it shows King Strongbottom like looking at baby Chef Pee Pee. A boy? I don't want a boy. And then like I don't know, kicking him down some stairs or something.
Get the
I
hell out of here! This is my kingdom.
I I, I miss King Strongbottom. He's a good
I do
classic character.
too.
Oh,
Awesome.
who's his
Huh?
manservant?
Ah,
Oh,
I don't know,
that's
but
right, Benjamin. He called him
Benjamin.
Benjamin, but his real name was Carlos.
Carlos. Yeah, also Miss Felipe. They need to bring Felipe and Patrick.
I know. See, like, yeah, they bring Patrick back, but they don't bring Felipe back.
Yeah, that's
Like
crazy.
Patrick and Felipe were always a duo. That's
Yep.
what made them work. I mean, Patrick can work without Felipe, but like he's just enhanced by Felipe.
You know, speaking of bringing characters back, one thing I didn't understand is why the new Black Yoshi, aka Dougie, is kind of, I don't know, toned down and not as funny. At least in my opinion, anyway.
I definitely see what you mean. Dougie and Black Yoshi are
Oh, two different
two
characters.
very different characters. Yeah, like they have the same basic stuff. Like yeah, they're meant to be black stereotypes. They both love chicken. They both love Call of Duty. But like Dougie is Dougie is not nearly as extreme as Black Yoshi. And like I remember way back in the day, because back in the day it wasn't Black Yoshi, it was Yoshi. Yoshi was with Mario, and then in Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures Season 2, Black Yoshi showed up because he was Yoshi's cousin. And, he didn't get along with everybody at first, but then him and Mario became real good buds. Like they learned like, yeah, Mario can't mess with Black Yoshi, but like Black Yoshi will protect Mario. He will shoot down people for Mario and stuff. And like Mario the gangster,
Oh,
he
I
he
remember
helped him to
that
be
one.
a gangster. It was cool. He was a cool guy, and later on, he changed, but like
Right.
he still had like his kind of I don't know how to describe it. Like he just had this big personality, and Dougie just doesn't have that. He just has like the stereotypical jokes, and that's it.
I didn't. I remember specifically Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And Brooklyn guy asked Black Yoshi, was one of his questions. He's like, how do you make a popsicle? And he's just like, man, you can make a popsicle out of anything. My
Yeah,
mama
yeah,
used to take a sugar, dip it down in the popsicle juice.
yeah, put in the freezer, and there you go, you got a popsicle. Sometimes, but the best one was wheat toast, because then you put it in there, and you got your fiber, and you got your treat. I love that line so much.
Yeah.
Like
He's like,
it's
he's like,
true though.
he says, man, I think I'm gonna use a lifeline. He's like, what do you want to do? He said, I want to phone a homie.
Yeah, I'm a phone Tyrese. See, Tyrese was also an old character because it was in one of the Thanksgiving specials where I think it was Woody. He was trying to get a turkey for Thanksgiving. It was Mario and Woody, and Black Yoshi was trying to help him, but then uh when he realized the turkey they were trying to kill, he's like, "No, man, that's my boy Tyrese." And then they're like, Tyrese, yeah, man, he's my buddy from the hood, man. And like, yeah, they like he came back for that episode. Like I can't remember if he actually came back anymore. Like they had a few other turkeys
I
show
don't
up,
really
but I
remember.
think they were
To be
different.
honest with you.
Yeah, I think they were different turkeys.
Yeah.
But like I thought Tyrese was cool. I always liked it whenever they would bring characters from like other people's pasts, like
Right.
like Chef Pee-Pee's family, his real family,
Yeah.
Tyrese for Black Yoshi. Um, I'm trying to think. Luigi, like Luigi, has never gotten a a new version of himself in modern SML yet. Because I remember the joke after Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures, you know, when Jeffy showed up and all that, was Luigi was the way better off brother. Like him and Mario would constantly have like one up matches against each other when they'd show up. Like Luigi would mention how he's always in a big mansion, and Mario would say, "Oh well, I mean that's pretty great for someone who's always number two." And like they just keep going like that. And like I like that. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Um,
I miss Luigi. They need to bring him back.
I know, like something like have it be Marvin's like brother that he never wants to talk about. Like that would be fun, and that would make sense because Marvin and him would always try to one up each other, but Luigi or whatever they name him, I don't know, Lawrence.
Lawrence.
They, yeah, Lawrence. They would like Lawrence was the better off guy. Like he's got a mansion, he's got a 10 out of 10 supermodel wife somehow. Uh, he has a son that's like perfect and not annoying like Jeffy. Yeah, you know, but man, essentially make Lawrence his family a better version of the Huckerders. Um, and like I think that could be funny. I think that could be a funny thing. Like
It,
you could have some funny jokes where Rose is like, Marvin, why didn't you tell me you had a brother? And he was like, because I never wanted to think about him again.
and then Rose could be like, "Well, he's so hot."
Yeah, you know she would.
Yeah.
And Marvin's
Speaking
like,
of Rose,
how dare
speaking
you
of
say
Rose,
that about her or about him?
You know,
yeah. Speaking of Rose, they need to bring back like Rosalina. If they're going to call her Rose, they at least need to bring back the old Rosalina attitude.
I know,
yeah.
man. Like old
Like
Rosalina was fun. Like
she was. She
like
was funny.
I
Now she's annoying.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I will admit, yeah, old Rosalina did cry and scream a bit too much. Like that is true. I think they can tone that down a bit. But like she was just like her obsession with stars, the fact that she would make Mario watch Star Wars literally all the time. He could probably quote the entire movie from beginning to end. Um but like that was fun. The fact that she would try her best all the time. I remember in the One Up, the One Up
Oh
episode
yeah,
where
it's an old
Mario's
episode.
grandpa
It's
died,
a good one though.
and yeah, Brooklyn guy and Mario couldn't make one, and she made one out of Play-Doh, and she was like, "Look, I made one for you." Like she just tried so hard, and it was
Yeah.
like she was a bit ditzy, and it was fun. It was
Yeah.
cute. It was
Yeah.
fun. Um,
And she loved
the-
stars.
yeah, the stars and then the one Valentine's Day one where she was laughing so hard at the card with the dog eating chocolate, and the reason she thought it was funny was because the dog was gonna die.
Oh my god. So now we know she's got a little bit of a dark side to her.
I'll have to show Sarah that episode because it's great. Because she's Mario. She gets Mario a Valentine's Day card, and like when she opens it, she just busts out laughing. He's like, "Why is that funny?" She's like, "It's a dog eating chocolate. Dogs can't have chocolate. You're
Yeah.
gonna die."
Yeah, he's gonna die, and then she's just bursting out laughing. And
Wow.
Mario doesn't even get it, but like he awkwardly laughs with her.
I
It was
think I think the devil got a hold of her.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah.
I was just telling Sarah today about the devil. I was telling her, I was like, it's so funny that he thinks he's being evil, but he's not. He's just dumb. Like I was telling her how he thinks asking Marvin for a cup of milk just to spill it was so evil.
Yeah. Oh, how evil! I love it.
How yeah.
What makes it even funnier is everyone agrees. They're like, "That is evil."
And I was telling her how he planned a whole costume contest just to declare himself the winner.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm pretty sure one of his jokes is like I can't remember which episode it was, but he like he he said he parked somewhere, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't know what's wrong with that." In the handicap spot. Oh, how evil!
I love
Like
Craig.
Craig is great. Like, oh man, I still remember the very first episode he showed up in. I think this was the first one. The very first one, if from what I remember, was Bowser, because again, this was during the era where Bowser wasn't a king anymore. He wasn't like Mario's villain. There was an episode where I think it was called Evil Bowser, where Mario didn't take him seriously anymore. Like Junior didn't take him seriously anymore. Jeff Peepee didn't. Like no one thought he was a villain or a threat anymore, and he wanted to be seen as a villain. So he asked the devil to help him, and you know Craig was doing all of his dumb stuff, and I think that was Craig's very first episode. I could be wrong. He might have met Craig before that, but I think that was the first one, and that was a great start.
It
He
was.
turned the milk into camel's blood, and
I think I remember that episode.
oh, it was a really old one.
I think I've seen it one time.
Yeah, that was a very old episode.
But
I'm pretty sure I think that it was back in the old house, like his mom's house.
Oh yeah.
I need to
That's
show
how old
Sarah. I need to show Sarah the Mickey Mouse videos.
Oh yeah, yeah. Load up all the Mickey Mouse. You know, I gotta say, out of all of the out of all of the old characters that have returned, I think Mickey Mouse is the most consistent with how he used to be, but much less drug abuse.
Yeah.
Maybe there could be a backstory on why he's not on drugs anymore.
Oh, you know,
That could be a good
maybe
idea.
it's because he is really obsessed with Minnie. So maybe that was before him and Minnie got real serious.
Maybe.
What I was also gonna say is the crazy thing about another character, side note, Goodman, he doesn't do the anymore. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's copyright or if they just got tired of doing it.
Actually, I've wondered if it was also copyright because South Park does it. The guy, the teacher.
Yeah, well, see, I don't think it is. I don't think it is copyright because it's like clearly a homage, a parody, and like it would be very hypocritical of South Park, who parodies everybody, to try to sue Logan for parodying them. Like I don't think they do that. I think the reason that they had him stop doing that is because they wanted him to be a bit more original of a character, which you know that makes sense. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is Goodman, old Goodman. Like old Goodman was crazy different. He was the policeman. He was the judge. Like
He was basically Brooklyn guy.
yeah, he was Brooklyn guy, just not depressed. And I guess I mean my head canon for what happened is like either he won the lottery or because of how many jobs he had, he just racked up so much money that that he just became super rich and then he turned into what he is today. Unless he sued Walmart like he did in that one episode.
He did, because remember he slipped and fell and he's like, I'm about to be rich as fuck.
Yeah, I'm about to get paid. I always love when he explains the story too. And I ran so fast.
Like, I don't know if that's what made him rich, because I don't think they really ever addressed it.
Yeah, I don't think they ever did, which I kind of like that. I like that just because it lets you figure it out. But
and it leaves it like open to theories.
But you know what could be a cool episode to like kind of bring back old Goodman is if Judge Poobie got like kind of like in Jeffy the Judge, where Judge Poobie like had some sort of medical emergency or some other emergency where he couldn't be the judge for the day, and they got Goodman to be the judge again because I don't know, he was the only judge available because he still had his judge permit,
Right.
so something stupid like that, and then he's like, oh, I don't want to be the judge anymore, I'm too rich for that. And then I don't know, they can bring up how people can give him money to bribe him not to have them be guilty, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I could do that for a day. And then you could have a video of Goodman reacting to all these ridiculous cases. Like, there you go. There you go, Logan. That's a good way of recycling an older video idea while throwing in something original. There you go. You can have that one on us.
So they gifted us from over here at SML Podcast. All we ask for is for you to not sue us.
I don't think so. I mean, you're not making any money off these, at least not yet, are you?
No.
Yeah, so we should be fine.
The one thing that I do want to bring up. Oh, you go ahead, Jake.
I was gonna say they also need to bring back Woody. They did bring back Shrek for a video, which was nice.
Yes, I did really like that video, and I was happy that according to Logan, people did actually really like that video, because he was worried, because he was thinking, oh, it's gonna have an old character in it, no one's gonna like it. But nah, people are liking it.
Kind of the people who used to watch SML don't watch the newer episodes anymore. They all just kind of died off. But us select few that still watch them, we're like, bring the old ones back. People love it.
I've also watched a theory video, and I, we're just a podcast, we're just chatting, so I think it's cool to name drop Math Dominus. He's a SML like content creator that I like to watch. Seems pretty cool. He recently put up a theory video talking about this, and his theory is that all of the newer fans that are like came in during Jeffy, when Jeffy showed up, they're older now. Like, because a lot of the Jeffy fans back then were kids, but it's been a decade since Jeffy first showed up.
Oh damn,
like,
it's been
a lot of those. A lot of those kids are like in high school or graduated now. So if they're still watching SML, like, they're not nearly as rabid for Jeffy like they used to. So I think I kind of agree with his theory that I think a lot of those older fans that only wanted Jeffy are more open to other characters showing up.
Yeah, like I find it because it seems like after they was on Good Morning America, they just gained a lot more people from, like, a lot more children in specific.
Yeah, isn't that funny? The Good Morning America was supposed to tell children that SML is bad, and then more children watched SML.
I did like Junior's credit card. That was a good episode.
Junior's credit card was great. I guess mentioning that made me realize how old the lone dolphin is. Like,
Oh yeah,
man,
Oh,
lone
yeah.
dolphin's been around for a while. Like, I
Pretty
always
damn
think of
long
lone
time.
dolphin as a new
Oh.
character, but nah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
How long do dolphins live? I wonder if he's close to being killed off or like.
Oh no, I
I
hope
miss
not.
Hansel too. I
If,
miss Hansel.
I don't-
Oh,
oh yeah,
what was it? There was an
Hansel's.
episode. I'm trying to think. There was an episode. I can't remember. I think it was Career Day where Joseph brought it. Was it Joseph who brought in the homeless man?
Yes, it was Joseph because he doesn't have parents.
The
Except,
homeless man.
except for that one time that Joseph's mom was still alive, and yeah, I like, that's the one old SML character change that I agree with. Is just getting rid of Joseph's mom again, because like, yeah, I get it. They were trying to tell an interesting story about, oh, his mom just didn't want him around, which, I mean, that is interesting. That is different, but like, yeah, there's too many jokes that can be made from him just not having any. Like, I'll be honest, I kind of liked old Joseph, where uh it was heavily hinted that he killed his mom.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I still believe that he killed his mom to this day.
I just think that's interesting.
And
Like,
the crazy
like
thing
it's
is that he has like a very calm, like, "Hey, bro, what's up?" kind of attitude.
Yeah, and
exactly, yeah.
he doesn't do that thing anymore. He's like, I'm out of here, dude. I mean, he did it in can't remember what video. It was pretty recent, but he don't do it like he used to.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the topic at hand, 20 to 40 years. That's apparently, according to Google, how many years dolphins live.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, I guess Lone Dolphin is still around. I guess he'd be having his midlife crisis soon, because I think he's been around for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's another idea, Logan. Lone Dolphin's midlife crisis. let's go. But yeah, something interesting about Joseph. I don't know if you guys remember, or if you've even seen like far back, but like far back, in one of the very early junior videos is where we were introduced to Joseph, because
Oh yeah, his friend from
because
school.
Oh, yeah.
correct, because that was at first a joke, because he was trying to call Junior, but he had to call Junior's dad because Junior didn't have a cell phone. I think that was actually the video, Junior's cell phone.
Yes.
And at first, Joseph's last name wasn't his friend from school. At first, it was Joseph calling his dad and saying, "Is this Junior? No, this is his dad. Who is this? It's Joseph, his friend from school." "Well, listen here, Joseph, his friend from school, if that's your real name." And like Joseph even said in that episode, "No, that's not my name." But then that became his name. And like, yeah, it was like Joseph used to be the kid that had all the new video games. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
his thing way back, because he had all the Call of Duties. I remember Junior had the Wii U, and Joseph had the Xbox with Call of Duty.
You
He was
you
saying,
brought that up, and it reminded me of when Joseph and Black Yoshi used to play Call of Duty together, and Black Yoshi used to get mad.
Yes.
"Yes, Charlie Brown 678."
Yeah, he's like,
I-
sorry, bro, 678.
I love that
Charlie!
subplot.
Charlie!
Yeah, Charlie. Like,
Dude, you
like
shut
Black
up, man.
Yoshi. Black
I just
Yoshi
love-
and Joseph secretly being friends and Call of Duty, even though
Damn.
Joseph hated him.
Freaking
Yeah, I
memories,
was gonna
man.
say, it just seems so funny that Black Yoshi would talk to him like he's a friend, and then you got Joseph like, will you shut up, God?
Yo, Charlie 678. Yo.
And then the one episode where Joseph got him banned, and then he was like, ooh, if I ever find Charlie Brown 678, and I can't remember what episode that was, but Joseph was there, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know who that would be."
Oh, also, I can't remember which video I saw this in, but Logan uploaded a vlog a while ago talking about why they don't film at the gas station anymore. And it's because, which I bring this up because it's kind of an old character in a way.
Oh yeah,
Mikey doesn't work there anymore, which was the guy's name.
okay, yeah, the guy who would always be there at the gas station.
Yeah, yeah, he don't work
Okay.
there anymore apparently. So that's why they don't film there anymore. Which he's an old character.
Yeah, I like him. I don't know.
The only thing I think is I just find him funny because there was the episode where Junior went to go get candy and he couldn't afford it and he's just like, get out.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
love
that was
that one.
Junior's credit card, wasn't it?
I can't remember if it was that one or if it was no, wait, no, I think it was that one.
Yeah.
Because he said, I'm gonna cut it up. And he cut up his credit card. Well, what do we do now? You're
Get
gonna get out. Like I mean I think part of it is just he wasn't an actor, so
Mhm.
he couldn't really like be angry or anything.
Right.
But I think that makes it even funnier. Like just how
Yeah,
calm
it
he
does.
was.
It does. It makes it great. It makes it hilarious.
Like there was, man, I liked all those old like human characters. Remember Cecilia when Chili used to play Cecilia?
Oh yeah. I think so.
I love it
I
when they
think.
get human actors in there. Yeah, because it was in Bowser Jr.'s summer school. Chili played I guess she was supposed to be an exchange student, but she could only speak Spanish and no one understood her. And her brother was
pretty sure-
Jorge selling drugs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Chili does. I think that was her. I don't know if it's her first language, but I know she speaks it because her
Yeah.
family speaks it.
Yeah. I remember when Jorge showed up and she saw him. Hola, Jorge. Hola, Cecilia. I'm selling drugs. Like she knew.
Yeah. It was pretty good
Yeah.
episodes.
Also, I found out a. This is also an older character. They don't do him anymore, so he's fairly new, but they don't use him anymore. What's his name? I knew his freaking name. He got into the Super Bowl without tickets.
Oh, Roy Gethard.
Yeah, so apparently Roy Gethard was the name of the guy who Chili
Yes.
got with after they split up.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I remember that.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, but I miss Roy.
Yeah, see, I think the thing with Roy, is he got replaced by PJ,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm gonna be honest, I prefer that. I think it's just like Cody coming back and replacing Harry,
Yeah.
which
Dude.
Harry's another old character.
Yeah, Harry's been missing. Logan speculates that Pooby took Harry.
Poopy killed. Now, see, here's the funny thing. Logan mentioned that people really liked Harry. From
Yeah.
what I remember, nobody liked Harry. At least from
Harry was annoying.
yeah, like everyone thought Harry was annoying, and everyone was like, "He's just a worse version of Cody. Like, bring Cody back." And like, yeah, I think we all know why they couldn't do that. It was because of COVID, and Pooby had to stay inside of his parents' house, or I can't remember if it was his parents or his grandparents, but I guess he was
I can't
staying with
remember.
them.
But he didn't want to get his family sick or something.
Right. So yeah, he had to stay inside. So I get that. But yeah, like Harry was just a worse version of Cody. So,
There are two older characters that they don't really use anymore for some reason. Well, one of them was only a one-time thing, but I don't know whatever happened to Cody's adopted family with Sprinkle.
yeah.
Because like they started using Judith again, which you don't even see Judith anymore.
No.
So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, like my only guess is people didn't really like it, which I mean I think around that time. It was pretty mixed. I liked it. I thought it was
Yeah.
at the very least it was an interesting concept because I remember they even mentioned it at the end of that video. The point of it was Cody had Ken, Joseph had Sprinkle, and then they were supposed to make a follow-up video to that where Junior got a girlfriend.
Which I would have laughed if it would have became Cody's sister, which is another old character.
Oh
She was only in one.
Oh
She's only in.
yeah.
She's only one episode.
Yeah, she's from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
They
there
kept bringing
was
that up. Cheese?
Another
Yeah,
episode,
cheese.
and I think it was SML, if I remember correctly. Corey, you would know. Where they did a live version of SML without the characters.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
It was actually SM, and I love that episode.
That was a good
Like
episode.
I legit love that episode. It's so good.
And it
Like,
was so well done.
It was like
was.
I loved Kubi being Cody and having Ken in his shirt. First of all, it was just a funny way of doing the Ken always riding on top of Cody's hat thing.
Right,
Like
right.
that was cool. But I even loved the joke that he had with that. Wait, why is Ken in your shirt? Oh well, he said he wanted to be in my pants, but that's for later.
Yep.
Like
Remember
that
that one.
episode was legit hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It was. I'm trying to think. Oh, what happened to Junior's dog?
Oh yeah, Chompy.
Oh, Chompy, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I think they eventually after they moved to the new house, they just
Well, I mean-
ran out of ideas for Chompy, and then they just didn't bring him back.
I like the idea of thinking. This sounds cruel, but I like the idea of Chompy burning in the house fire.
Damn.
Like,
Well,
that was like the last video I've seen him in.
no, because he was in the apartment, and then the apartment got destroyed by the Koopalings, which were Junior's siblings. Those are some really old characters. And we can talk about them in a second. And then I think Chompy went into the new house, but I can't remember any episodes he was in at the new house. So maybe the Koopalings killed him.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Huh. That's a theory for SML theory.
Yeah, there you go. SML theory. If you're watching this, that's a freebie. You're welcome. But yeah, the Koopalings. Now that was another one. So I don't know if you guys remember them or because there were two versions of the Koopalings. There was the original old house Koopalings, which was meant to be a whole mini series where it was Bowser's ex-wife showing up. Oh, what was her? I can't remember her name. She just looked like Bowser wearing a dress, which Chef Pee Pee even brought that up. He thought it was just Bowser in a dress. And then she started hitting on Chef Pee Pee. And then I think she also started calling him Bowser gay. She thought he was gay with Chef Pee Pee. And
I do think he's gay though, but that's for a whole nother episode.
He is. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's is bi the one where they're cool with both.
I don't know, but
think so.
I think he's cool with both because we know Bowser is into girls, but but then there's tampons, the tampons thing, and we know he wants to bang Chef Pee Pee.
Yeah, that's a given.
They should do an episode where
what was that one episode of where Bowser got mad at Chef Pee Pee and he was like, "Ooh, I just want to punch you in that sexy face of yours."
Oh yeah, or that one, or shoot, Bowser's Mistake.
Well, I was wondering, is that the same episode that was where he was going to go meet Charlie or something? I can't remember. but instead they went to the grocery store. That's what it was. They went to the grocery store, and they shut the door, and you hear, "I want chips, I want candy, tampons."
Yeah, damn. Well, I think the joke with that part of it is because Junior didn't have a mom. I can't remember if they made the Junior's mom episode at that point. So I think the joke is they didn't know if Bowser was the mom or the dad or not. So I think that was part of it maybe. But yeah, like there was Bowser's ex-wife, and there were the Koopalings in that one episode, and they were really annoying and like had all these different personalities, and it was supposed to be a mini series, and that just never happened. But then in the apartment, there was an episode that completely retconned the Koopalings one, where Junior made a cloning machine, and that's how the Koopalings showed up. And then they just went crazy and destroyed the apartment, and that's why they had to leave.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know they can't bring the Koopalings back necessarily, but I don't know. May have Junior clone himself again or something. Not like the Jeffy monks. We don't need any more of
Yeah,
them.
I thought that episode sucked, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we don't need more of the Jeffy monks. But like, I don't know, do Koopaling substitutes. I don't know. But yeah, you know, a character that he's technically still around, but they just don't use him anymore.
Toad.
Toad.
Oh
My
yeah.
man Toad. Like, bro, I used to love Toad. Like, I loved how Toad was Junior's best friend, but also friends with Mario. Like, you could use Toad in any video. There was one where he was with Shrek, and he ate his cheesecake, and then Shrek tried to murder him. Like, you could use him with that. There was one where he played Black Yoshi's Call of Duty, and I think broke his controller or something, and Black Yoshi tried to kill him. Like, there's so many episodes you could use Toad in, because his whole joke is that he has a high pitched voice, he's really annoying, and he's kind of stupid, but he's also really happy all the time and very supportive. Like, there's so much you could do with Toad, and they just don't do him anymore. They just don't use him.
I think nowadays his name is
It's Little T.
Lil T. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's supposed to be a rapper, but I haven't heard nothing from him in a minute.
Yeah, like the only thing they use Lil T for anymore is his rapping. And like, yeah, Toad was a rapper. That was his thing. Like, there's the first SML songs, other than, you know, like the really old ones. Like, I think the first ones on like iTunes and stuff were the Toad songs, like Milk and Cookies. Like,
Oh
that's a bang.
yeah.
Boy, you got to get an
I want
A.
milk and cookies.
And cookies. Milk and cookies. I want milk and cookies. Like, even Chef Pee Pee loved that song.
Yeah,
Like,
Chef Pee Pee was in the car just headbanging that shit, and then he met Toad. He's like, God, Toad is so annoying.
yeah, like,
Like, I feel
he hates Toad, but he loves his music.
Yeah.
I just jealous of him in a
Okay.
way.
Now, since you guys brought up Toad and the whole rap
Yeah.
music thing,
Yeah.
you all pretty much have to remember Jeffy the Rapper Part 1, okay?
Oh yeah.
The OG
Oh, yeah.
Jeffy the Rapper.
Oh yeah, Jeffy the Rapper, where it was like, that was Toad, like Toad's rapping career
Oh, yeah.
at its best, because like Toad rapping was never like a really big thing.
Right.
Like, I think the biggest thing before that point was in Chef Pee Pee Quits, where
Mhm.
Chef Pee Pee rapped to try to get a new job, which, like, man, I wish that series continued. Like, Chef Pee Pee Quits was so good.
Yeah.
But like that one, Jeffy the Rapper, like, not only was that funny, like like, there are so many jokes that are so stupid, but they're so great. Skate butthole, Danny.
Yeah.
What?
Hell yeah. He don't understand.
But like Toad's rapping career, like that was the best it was. Like him having like that rivalry with Jeffy, and like they did it again in another episode, and it just wasn't as good.
Was
You
it
know what would
Jeffy
be
the
a
Rapper
great
Part 2?
freaking?
I think it was Jeffy the Rapper Part 2.
You know what would
Might
be
have
a great episode?
What's
what?
that?
If they made a rapper competition again, but the thing is, it's a team rapper. So you get Jeffy and Toad on a team together, and they make a rap song. And you get Chef PP and Brooklyn guy.
Yeah.
Okay, now that would be epic. That would
Wouldn't it?
be
That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah.
that would be awesome. And like considering that I think Jeffy was still a rapper at one point in modern SML, I think like they could reference like Lil T is like J Fee, huh? Okay, I remember you. You used to be big a while back. Yeah, okay. I think we could put something together. Like have, that would be a good way of bringing Lil T back.
It would be.
Cuz like they just don't use Lil T anymore. Like the last episode I think he was in was oh, what was that one? The snack dealer.
Squid Game? Oh, I thought it was Squid Game.
Maybe it was Squid Game.
Wait, did Squid Game?
I don't really remember.
I can't remember. I I only remember like his biggest role be in modern SML being in the snack dealer because of the scene of him and Junior having that argument about whose turf it was. And like I don't know, I like that conversation. Like I thought that was pretty funny. But like you guys gotta use Lil T more. Like there's so much. Like I get it. It's gonna be hard to like introduce him to the main cast again. But like I don't know. Have like him
Or even be
hanging
like a
out
side
with
character.
yeah, like like in an episode have him hanging out with Junior, Joseph, and Cody instead of um Penelope or Timmy. Like yeah, just have him show up and yeah, just do that. Like you don't even have to explain it. Like
Right.
he's at their school. Like
Yeah.
they are friends, I think.
Oh, they also recently brought back Steinbeck.
They did. I love Steinbeck. Like Steinbeck has always been great. Like
Yeah.
even the previous time when they brought him back for was it Jeffy's detention? I can't remember if that's what it was called, but it was when it was supposed to be his summer break from school, but then he got detention.
Yeah. I think I remember that one.
And then Steinbeck he told them no talking or they'd be slammed into the closet for 2 weeks. And I just love the part of him. He's painting that birdhouse and then he hears them talk, just silently whispers, "Do I hear talking?" And he's got this big maniacal smile on his face. Like he loves torturing kids, and it's so funny.
Who gave this man a job as a principal?
I know, like, man. Like what's funny is like he loves torturing kids, but at the same time he takes his job really seriously. When in Junior's first grade, when to cover himself for trying to cheat, or maybe it was summer school. Junior said Chef Pee was touching him, and then Steinbeck immediately got the police and was saying like, "Yeah, don't worry, just let me know if anything else like that happened." Like, see Steinbeck, he is a lawful evil character. Like there are some lines that he just won't cross. Like he wants kids to be miserable, but not that kind of miserable.
Right.
Like that's just disgusting.
He mainly wants to scare them into knowledge, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean that makes sense with his new son, Daryl.
Yeah, but in theory, it's actually a good idea to scare them to the point where they want to learn because they're scared of your consequences.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. It works for Junior.
So with that constant thought of, oh Lord, I get to go see Steinbeck.
But speaking, I can't remember. I think it was in it was in Bowser Jr.'s first grade when Steinbeck's coming and Junior's just like, oh dear God.
Yep, I remember that one.
Like that's great. Like he's
Yep.
some sort of monster. And what I love is he can fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
like Toad threw that piece of paper at him and he just started going ham. Like
Yeah.
this dude, like Bone Crusher, I think is that new wrestler
Yeah.
from that one newer episode. Like, have him and Steinbeck in a wrestling match,
yeah.
please.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Or
We
Bubbles.
need
Oh.
that.
Where was Steinbeck when Mr. Winkle was there?
Was that the old dude?
No,
No,
Mr. Winkle was the pedo.
Oh,
He
Yeah,
he was their teacher.
Yeah. I think I remember. Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
on that always
he was the one that
causing
kept saying
fun.
they were hot.
Oh yeah.
and then Top Goodman showed up. Sahara Desert Hot, right? Hi. and then what are you doing here? Oh well, I'm just taking pictures for the yearbook. Yeah. No, with your phone. Yeah, because funding and all that. Okay, you're coming with me. Yeah, I am a terrible person. Like at least old Mr. Winkle admitted it.
Tell you what.
I think there's one more old character. I don't know if
The old guy.
Still. But no, the old guy. There is the old guy, and there's also the
Wait.
old lady.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we didn't bring up Bowser's mom.
Which I
don't
remember
remember that.
specifically from, I don't know why, but from Mother's Day, the episode. I don't know. No, it was Gravity. It was the episode of Gravity.
Oh, yeah.
And, like,
That's
Bowser was like, Bowser goes, he's like, Junior, help your grandma down the steps.
come
He
on,
shoves her down the
fucking
steps.
knees, work.
And then she's like, she hits the ground and like he said, "What'd you do? Push her down the steps." The cop comes in. She's like, "I broke my vagina."
And then she's got all these. I remember Bowser's mom just all these stories about doing all these famous people. Like I think she said George Washington Carver was one guy she did back in the day, and
Wow.
A theory. I wanna bring this up in case the slight chance of SML theory seeing this. I don't think he will, but if he does, please make a video on if Jeffy could be related to Bowser, because the puppet used for Bowser, I mean, Jeffy's grandma is the same puppet they used for Bowser's mom, and for the same puppet that they used in the Super Bowl commercial whenever she for Life Alert. So like,
yeah, Life Alert.
help! I put oil on the toilet seat and
Yeah,
increased his life insurance policy and took the batteries off of Life Alert.
I'm about to be rich as shit. Man, I miss Bowser's mom. Like, and see what's funny is Jeffy is technically related to Bowser because we learn in Mario and Luigi's Stupid Dumb Adventure Season 3 that Bowser's mom is also Mario and Luigi's mom.
So then, does that make Bowser and Mario related?
Yeah, they're technically brothers. Brothers.
Well, maybe that's
like,
why
I guess
they hate each
adopted
other.
brothers.
Maybe that's why
Yeah.
they're.
Maybe, and then that would mean that
Maybe-
Bowser is technically
Wait.
Jeffy's uncle.
And Bowser is jealous of Mario for having a job and having a family, and all he's got is Junior. Ah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah.
That makes you think.
We're just gonna have to have like multiple episodes dedicated.
Yeah, because we've been going on now for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like dedicated to SML lore. Like we'll just have to that like we'll just have to make various lore related episodes.
SML What If?
Maybe. Well,
maybe
maybe that'll probably be we could probably do that for the next episode. Is the lore episode?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
or at least like because there's so much.
Because
Lore. Like let's
because there's a lot of Charlie lore that I'd like to talk about. Because I have
Yeah.
ideas for Charlie
Guy-
too.
guys, anyone who watches this video, if you guys want to see us talk about all the Charlie lore, because Charlie is also an old character. He's been around since the old house days.
Yeah, we've talked about him off of recording, but so we got a lot to talk about.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we do.
yeah. There's
It
a
makes sense.
lot to talk about, and I think that this is a good place to wrap it up, guys.
Alrighty.
So
It is. Well, guys,
thank you for having us all here, and
hopefully,
thank you everyone that actually decides to watch this. I mean, hopefully we can get some people to check this out.
share it, like it, do whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dislike it if you want to. I mean, I'd ask
We
that
don't
you
care.
don't, but I mean, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Well, yeah. So I think this went well. So yeah, we'll subscribe if you guys want to stay tuned in for the lore episode. That'll probably be in a couple weeks. That'll probably be the next episode. So yeah, thank you all for listening, and yeah.
See ya.
See ya.